What's that? Yeah.
It's my winnings from picking the Vikings upset.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I know.
How much?
Enough. Rent.
Fair enough.
There's a delivery guy at the door?
I'll be back.
Okay. You guys can't see us. There's a delivery guy at the door. Oh, he's handing Zach a box.
You have enough?
Yeah?
Just start off.
No shit.
Set that back there. We'll reach in. I got some more here. Yeah. Steelers money line, baby. Steelers money line, baby.
Well, damn. Okay. That's so much.
You want some?
Please?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, how nice. What a guy. All right, well, you're not going to believe who my upset of the week is this week.
Oh, no.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Training Camp Podcast.
The Training Camp Podcast.
I got a new chair.
With a multitude of guests.
Can't say he's wrong, am I right?
Oh yeah, dolphins.
No, I really like.
Stupid games.
5-0 last week. That's right. 5-0. Dak Prescott. You could lock up that 4 seed. Again, it's not blazing hot, 65 degrees. I'm gonna do this for fun. They threw to Michael Thomas. The Heat. How? Chicago. Yes, you guys get an F.
And a little too much personality.
No. Last week. The Ravens? Oh, fuck. Give me that. No way. There's no way. Hammering. Free. Really, do not talk about him. This one's my fault. Flex the game. Here we go.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Training Camp Podcast. First official one with only you and me.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it. Not going to lie, the hardest part this entire week, so we do like... We talk behind the scenes about what we're going to talk about throughout the thing. And so it's kind of hard because we don't want to talk about too much because then we don't have anything to talk about on the pod.
Yeah.
So Zach comes in and he starts helping me move some stuff into the set. And he's talking about it. I was like, no. I don't want to hear it. So since the cold open was wallet winners, we'll just probably start.
Sounds good. Sounds about
wallet
right.
winners. So Zach, do you want to give me your first wallet winner?
Yeah. This is also, I'm going to say, the first time that he decided to go in blind. So I don't know his and he doesn't know mine. So there might be some surprises. The first one I'm going with is Chargers +4 over the Chiefs tomorrow night.
I was going to say, so by the time this comes out, they'll already know if that's...
Yeah.
You're taking Chargers. Wait, they're +4.5?
4, just +4. From the odds that I just looked at.
Oh, okay, cool.
They were at 4.
All right.
I'm sure if by the time you're seeing this, the odds on screen might be a little different, but I'm still...
Do you think they can win?
If not, so
Nice.
this is the thing with the Chargers. They think about how many games they lose by a missed field goal or something like that.
That's fair.
Or lose by the other team marching down and kicking a game-winning field goal. With that +4, who knows? If they could get it within...
That's fair, because that's less than a touchdown game, and it's probably not going to be a blowout, so I get that.
You know
I guess
what I
either
mean?
way.
And why the Chiefs looked amazing in week 1. I told you guys they weren't going to look that bad. JP had questions about how that offense was going to look.
I also did.
And I was like, they will be just fine. I think the Chiefs are going to be just fine this year, and they came out and proved it. But why not the Chargers? The Chargers also looked really, really good in week 1. Justin Herbert looked awesome. Some of the throws he had were straight magic on the field. He dominated in week 1. He looked really, really good. So why not? Why not the Chargers straight money line on this one? You know what I mean?
I can see that. That's fair.
But I do understand again why they're a 4-point underdog in this game.
Well, yeah, they don't. Well, if J.C. Jackson plays, I think they definitely can do that easily because then they'd have everybody being shut down wide receiver wise.
Yeah.
But I mean, not having Keenan Allen sucks. That's honestly the big thing. I feel like the line would be +1.5 for the Chargers if they had.
That's
Keenan
why. I
Allen.
mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if they do have Keenan Allen, the game does get definitely different for sure. But
yeah.
he was playing really well before he went out. But after he went out, those other receivers really stepped up for this team. Like, I really think the Chargers, like we talked about in Week 1, have the most complete roster in the NFL. Like,
Oh, you do agree with that too? I wasn't sure.
oh
if you
yeah,
agreed.
no,
Okay.
I definitely agree. The Chargers have the most complete roster in the NFL. Like, and we saw it happen there. One of their number one wide receivers goes down, and the number 3 guy, DeAndre Carter, steps up and looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and also, who's the dude? Everyone, Joshua Palmer.
Yep.
I think everyone's really high on Joshua Palmer right now too. So that's a good pick. I mean, I'm really interested. Like, obviously, you guys will know by the time this comes out. But it's probably one of my favorite games like this early into the season. I'm really looking forward to.
Thursday night prime time.
Finally
Divisional
on Amazon.
game.
I actually can watch it on my Amazon Prime account
Yeah.
because they're not doing it every single week for some reason. Hate that.
Yeah.
Menaces. That's
The Browns Steelers Thursday night game's on there.
Ah.
I looked at the Thursday night schedule, so you'll
Is
be
that
able to watch
next week?
that. I don't know.
Okay. No, we play Monday night next week.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
if it's the next week, we have 2 prime times in a row.
Woo. Well, we won't play the Browns twice in a row though. We play the Browns next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's gonna be interesting.
So both of our Browns games are on prime time?
Of course they are.
That's fire.
They thought Deshaun was gonna be on the team.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
All right, so my first wallet winner is it's actually gonna be Detroit -1.5
Against Washington.
Washington.
right?
Yeah. I honestly was like, how is Washington not favored in this? That's gonna be my upset at +108. But then I was like, Washington almost blew a lead to Jacksonville, and Detroit almost came back against Philadelphia. And Philadelphia has such a better defense than Washington. And Philadelphia also has like a somewhat better offense than Washington, in my opinion. I mean, I think Washington has a better like thrower of the ball, but like quarterback. But like Philadelphia has just like a more athletic quarterback.
Yeah, I guess that's
But
true.
like Detroit, it's in Detroit as well. Like that a lot, and so it's not like a huge. I mean, and also it's 1.5. Like,
Yeah.
come on, that's a field goal win. That's a 2-point win. They can do
Yeah.
that. Like that should be so easy for them.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree. I think. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's hard because Washington, like Week 1 was such a toss up. Like there were so many teams that were supposed to look better than they did,
Yeah.
and teams that learned.
Colts.
Yeah, like, and the fact that they were correct. Like, was Washington was down by a considerable amount at one time in that game, were they not, against Jacksonville?
No, they were always up.
They were always up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought for some whatever reason Jacksonville was doing.
Nah, I
was
guess
good.
I thought
But
they
it was a
did-
close game.
Yeah,
it was a close game.
And
Yeah.
Jacksonville does not have a good offense or defense, so except James Robinson. On my fantasy team out on my bench.
I have
Okay,
ETN.
wait. I don't know if Zach or if Austin has like accepted or denied this by the time the podcast comes out. I put in a trade. He hasn't responded yet, but I'm hoping he does by the time this is out because I don't need him to see your reaction. I submitted. I gave him Terry McLaurin and Julio plus 15 fab because he just spent 60 for Jeff Wilson.
Somebody else. It was Jordan that did that.
Yeah, it's insane. So he only has 53 fab left. So I gave him $15 in fab as well.
Okay.
For Michael Pittman and Kadarius Toney.
And Kadarius Toney.
Tony got 2 points last week. He was on 7 snaps.
Yeah, but he's so talented.
He played 7 snaps. Julio's
But
going to be
he's
like
so
the wide receiver
talented.
2 on while Godwin's out, right?
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
I hope so. Do you think he takes that? Did you see the trade he took with Jordan? Surely he takes this.
Yeah.
That was a wild trade. Okay.
Oh,
anyways.
bro, and then he dropped him.
Yeah.
Right after.
Right
He
after.
traded for Robert Woods and,
And
then
then
said,
traded it.
waiver wire he goes.
Yeah, no, that was wild. No, that was Jordan that did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, Jordan's a menace.
I texted-
Jordan just loves trading.
Yeah. I was honestly surprised he didn't ask me for any trades yet. He knows I won't trade them, though. Anyways, all right. What's your second wallet winner?
Okay. And then I'm going to,
I wonder if we're going to have any similar ones.
speaking of similar ones,
Oh.
I'm going to go Vikings +2 in this game against the Eagles.
Oh, you're taking +2.
Yes, this is
Okay.
this is not my money line pick. This is Vikings as a 2-point underdog against the Eagles.
In Philly.
I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I don't see this Vikings team losing to the Eagles, or
I
not.
mean,
like,
I'm not going to even hold back. I 100% agree because This is my upset of the week.
Shocker,
rolling with
boys.
the Vikings again,
Shocker.
boys. They made me no money last week, so maybe they'll make me a little more. I mean, to be fair, last week they were plus 108. Now they're plus 112. So
It's so crazy. It doesn't. How do you look at that game and go, yeah, they're an underdog?
I don't
the
under-
Eagles
I
were
think-
good, but the Eagles,
they almost lost to
Lions
Detroit.
they started putting up points.
no, I don't. I think the only
They
reason
cannot let the Vikings cannot. If they let that happen with the Vikings will win that game.
No, 100%. And like, I think the only reason Phil, everything good?
No, I don't know. Are you good?
I'm
fine.
Everything's fine. Anyways, I think the only reason I just had a stroke. I think the only reason Philadelphia is favored is because the game is in Philly. That's like the only thing I can think about.
Yeah,
And, like,
I don't-
but I mean, come on, quarterback. I was gonna say quarterback goes to the Vikings. Does it? Surely Kirk's better than Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
because they have the better receivers. They have the better defense. Well, actually, no. I think Philly has the better defense, in my opinion.
Philly might have a better defense.
But
Justin Jefferson solos.
I was gonna say, yeah, like what Justin Jefferson
Dalvin
did
Cook
to J.R.
solos
Alexander is
against
insane.
Miles Sanders.
Dalvin low key had a bad week last week.
A lot of good players had a bad week last week.
Last
like
week.
you could go through and look at a lot of stout players that had a really stinky
Christian
week
McCaffrey?
last week.
Who-
Yeah, like there
dude.
was a lot of duds last week.
Christian McCaffrey's kind of scary in fantasy right now.
It's
Baker won't look his way.
Yeah.
Anyways, but no, I agree with you. I don't think there's much convincing we need to do for the Vikings.
Yeah, like it's a good bet to make. Like
That's a great bet.
If there's a good bet to make this week, bet on the Vikings
It's
because
also
they
gonna be-
look phenomenal.
It's also gonna be a fun game. The over/under is 51.5. Like, I mean, technically they're favoring the over on that. And I think I kind of agree. I think I don't remember what the score prediction was for me, but it was like 37-34. It was pretty high up there. So,
That's all right.
all right. What's your third wallet winner?
I'm taking Rams minus 10.5.
That's so many points, though.
I think this Super Bowl winning team goes back to form.
That's so many.
I think they played
points.
I think they played the best team in the NFL in Week 1, and
that's
I
fair.
think they're gonna come back to form and show people that they can still contend for a title in this league.
No, that's fair.
I think they come out and just stomp them. I think McVay coaches the hell out of this team this week.
I mean, no
and
shot they
just,
can lose
like,
to the. They're definitely not going to lose. Oh, plus 410 would be insane. They're definitely not. The over/under is insane too. 45.5.
Yeah, it's
That's so
wild.
low. I feel like.
Yeah, it's wild.
But I don't
But
think.
yeah, they're not. They are. I am very confident that they're heading.
10.5.
That they're
though.
heading back. They're in home. They're at home again, and I think they can beat the Falcons by 11 points.
Yeah. That's 2 touchdowns, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate spreads that are more than 10. Do you
That
remember
it is hard.
It's hard.
It is hard
There's
to pick
another
'em.
spread this week that's kind of like that.
Spoiler
Yeah,
alert. I have 2
Chicago
of 'em.
and Green Bay is like 9.5, and same
Yeah.
with Buffalo and Tennessee. It's just so many points. Like
That
I'd
is a
love
lot
to
of
touch it, but
points.
there's so many points. Okay, my next wallet winner.
I think I have one more. I believe I should.
Well, you just went 3 times, so now it's my 4th one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this team won on Sunday Night Football, and they are not even favored to win by a field goal. Tampa Bay is minus 2.5 in New Orleans. New Orleans was down like 26-10 one point against the Falcons, and
Yeah. I liked it too.
Like
I
what?
was gonna take it, but I didn't want to make too many of the same because I know we're going against each other, and
That's
it was
a
one of those that I
oh.
looked at and I was like,
yeah. Also, we probably should touch on that at the beginning.
we tied.
Nuh-uh.
I'm pretty sure we both went 2 and 3.
No, you went 3 and 2.
There's no shot.
Yeah,
Because I got the
you got the Steelers.
I got the Steelers right. The Eagles. I didn't bet on the Eagles.
No, that was my pick.
Yeah, I bet on. I lost the Broncos. I lost.
I also lost the Broncos. That was some bullshit.
I lost the Packers plus 1.5. That's already 3. That's 2
Wait.
losses, 1 win.
Did I do math wrong? I
Yeah,
swear
no.
I did.
I think we went 2 and 3.
No.
I think we tied at 2 and 3.
Hold up. Let me pull it up because I made a graphic. So my Eagles pick was wrong, so 0 and 1. My Broncos pick was wrong, so 0 and 2. My Panthers pick was wrong, so 0 and 3. And then Chiefs and Vikings were right, so 2 and 3. You got Bears, Steelers, and Ravens right.
Okay, so I did.
So you
go
went 3
3
and 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So congratulations to Zach on winning the first week.
Sweet, I'm happy now. I genuinely went this whole week thinking we tied.
Nah,
I had to,
don't worry. I've been thinking about forfeits, and next week we're gonna have our first forfeit. I already have ideas for what we're gonna do for the weekly forfeits.
Nice.
But yeah, Zach pulls ahead already in wallet winners, so that sucks. Anyways, are you also going with Tampa Bay? You said, or
No, I was going to, but I said since we were in a competition, I figured you were gonna take them.
that's fair.
So I stayed away from that.
Bold.
that
Okay,
game.
so then who's your fourth?
Cincinnati -7.5 against
Against Dallas.
a Dak Prescott-less Dallas team.
So, fun fact.
Yeah, what's up?
That is my last wallet winner.
Okay.
So me and Zach have two the same this week.
The same.
But go ahead and give your thoughts on that game. I mean, I think you saying Dallas not having Dak Prescott is like enough to say why. Like
Ben DiNucci is their starting
I'd rather have Ben
quarterback.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, like it's. I don't know. This Dallas team didn't look good with Dak Prescott, and it's going to look even worse without it.
Yeah. That team looked so bad.
Enough said. I
Also,
don't know what
they
else
looked
to say.
horrible with Dak.
Yeah.
Like Dak, I think going to the
That's
fourth
what
quarter had
I
like
said. I said they
52
didn't
yards.
look good with him, and they're going to look way worse without him.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a rough year for this Dallas Cowboys team.
Did you see a certain talking head on television said that Ben DiNucci's a better quarterback than his Dak Prescott? He's like, when has Dak ever been consistent? Ben DiNucci at least gives you consistency.
I didn't, but that's a wild statement. That's
he
a
was in his
wild
bag.
statement.
He was in his bag that day. And then who's your upset of the week?
Upset of the week, Miami Dolphins, +160 over the Baltimore Ravens.
Huh?
I called it.
That's
I called it
so
right here.
bold.
Parker, again, I'm sorry. I didn't get to put in the machine numbers, and I just tried to go look, and we didn't get them in before this week. So this is all me. So if I do bad this week, it's not a reflection.
Yeah, because the
of
machine
Parker's
legit went
machine.
off last week. The machine picked the steal. Like,
Money line picks for the machine were 11-4-1 last week, which is
just
you
know
made
that
money
if
a lot of times.
If Zach had rolled with his initial Broncos pick of them losing that game,
I
then
went 4-1.
yeah, no, you went 3-2.
Yeah, but I would have.
No, I'm saying, but don't give yourself too much credit.
I would have went 4-1.
But
yeah, no, I think that the Miami Dolphins beat the Baltimore Ravens. I think it's going to be a close game, and the Miami Dolphins get the final possession and kick a field goal and win.
Oh, I mean, like
It's not a spread. I think just the Miami Dolphins win this game.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like the way Baltimore looked last week. It just looked like a scrimmage against the Jets.
They played the Jets.
That's what I'm saying. So like it just looked like a scrimmage. So I don't know how to evaluate them yet.
Yeah.
But like, because Lamar didn't even use his legs.
Yeah.
So
He didn't need to. He was playing the Jets.
Yeah, he was up by they won like 35-10 or something like that. Yeah. So, anyways, those are the Walt winners. Congratulations to Zach last week for winning. I'm coming back though. I'm going 5-0 this week.
You could. I'm notoriously bad at betting, so
Just
this
know-
could be really bad.
just know
but
Zach
I walked in and it said these are what I'm going with.
Yeah.
I just looked at them.
Zach said, "Oh, these spreads are wild," and I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I said it's a hard week. It's going to be a hard week, but it's going to be a fun one.
That's what makes it fun though.
It's going to be a fun one.
It's crazy. We're almost at week 2 of the NFL season. It took so long for us to get to week 1, and now
now time's flying.
I
We
hate
get football every couple of days.
I hate it. So Zach brought his own segment today.
I did.
Now that we transition out of Walt winners, go ahead and bring us into it.
So I proposed to Connor over here that we could start a new segment, basically called the Weekly Winners and Losers.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick 2 teams each. One
we're doing
winner.
teams.
Yeah, I did. teams.
I did like people.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Well, whatever you bring to the table with, you could have a player that you think did bad or a team. All mine are going to be teams this week. I guess all his are going to be players.
Not all. I do have a team.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're basically going to go through and just talk about 2 teams that we thought won the week, and then 2 teams that we think were like losers of the week. 2 really bad performances or whatever. So
who's your first winner?
My first winner of the week is going to be the Monday night champions, the Seattle Seahawks. That was awesome. I really think that was such a fun game to watch. They came into it as a 6.5-point underdog against their former quarterback that's like supposedly this MVP, like Super Bowl. He won them Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He gets in there and that stadium, like the 12th man came.
Dude, they did not care.
It was loud. The boos were loud all night long. And that initial boo, like I think it shook
nice
him up.
to him.
I think
He
it
got
shook
them-
him up.
He got them to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
he got them
I
one.
think it shook them up. The fan reaction of that, of him walking out of the tunnel or walking onto the field for the first drive, was insane.
I didn't
and then they
expect
stop
it,
him. They get a 3 and out, and the crowd is just electric for the rest of the night. I think the 12th man like really, and like the Geno play, that wide open play, just that crowd, just the first touchdown.
Oh yeah, that was a breakdown
Like
of the defense.
the crowd just erupts, and I think that played a huge factor into the confidence of that team, knowing that they're the underdog, knowing that they're realistically the worst team.
Yeah.
They go out there and just their crowds with them. They're having fun. They're flying across the field. Like, I think that's so awesome for a team that not a lot of people, both of us, didn't believe in. Both of us had them in our
get their shit
in
rocked.
our dog shit categories. Like, and they came out and looked awesome.
Yeah, speaking of dog shit categories, so the tiers, we're not going to put them up on the screen for this episode. If you guys want to check them out, they're on the Instagram. So, but I will say Seattle is no longer in my dog shit category. I've got the Jets, and that's it in that category.
I didn't put anybody in there.
Yeah. Again?
But like on this time on purpose. I think looking at this week, I guess the only
Jets.
team that I could think of that did bad were the Jets, but I didn't think they looked.
Bears
like
won last week, so
that
they moved
awful.
out for me.
Like a lot of NFL. Like last week was crazy. That was one of the most like fun times I've had watching Sunday football. Like
yeah, it was a good
in
week.
a long time.
This is a good week.
Just all around great games. Like the only blowout was the freaking
Game that we didn't watch.
the Ravens
The Jets
game.
Ravens game.
Yeah.
All right, so my first winner, is Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Like, not for like a season,
Yeah.
but like for a week.
Yeah.
He got his confidence back.
Yeah.
Now, did he almost blow the game? Yeah. But homeboy has clearly like found somewhat of a groove. He has a favorite target now in Curtis Samuel, which
I loved my waiver wire pickups this week. I got all 3 of them that I wanted.
what'd you get?
I got Curtis Samuel,
Not
Devin
both
Duvernay.
leagues.
Not in both leagues. In the reg league, I got Curtis Samuel, Devin Duvernay, and DeAndre Carter.
Oh, I just see you get DeAndre Carter. Yeah.
They all looked really good for me. Sorry, that was a bit of a fantasy.
Flashback
exploit,
to
but
last week when we told the story about how I was refusing to draft Terry McLaurin, and I did it anyways. And
he gave you some cake at the end.
the last ever ditched play, and I still lost, so it didn't matter at the
You
end.
mostly got sprinkles, but hey, you got some cake.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
so
end.
my nickname for for Terry McLaurin is Sprinkles because homeboy doesn't get the cake anymore. He only
No.
just gets like the sprinkles. But no, so Carson Wentz is my winner because like he found obviously his favorite target right now is Curtis Samuel, which makes sense. They're also using like Debo. Oh man, should I make Curtis Samuel winner? Curtis Samuel. We're gonna do Carson Wentz / Curtis Samuel as my winners because like I don't know, just Curtis Samuel was injured all of last year, came back. He looks like he's at 100%. He has that connection with Wentz, and I mean, yeah, they almost blew the game, but offensively, the defense is the reason they almost blew that game.
Yeah.
Offensively, they all looked like they were clicking. A lot of people were out on Carson Wentz as well, and he's one guy I really want to root for ever since his MVP season, but he just has given me nothing to root for. So pushing for him.
Yeah, I'm
but
really glad he didn't turn into like an Alex Smith situation
Yeah.
where one injury kind of just ruins it. I mean, Alex Smith's injury is a lot worse than his, but it still could have been one of those things that it takes him out the league forever, and he was never the same. So
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't really have his shot on the Colts. So I'm glad he's
I think
found.
he did have his shot.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't prove to us that
Oh.
he's like back with the Colts, and then now
Yeah.
it is only week 1 heading into week 2, but he did look.
I mean, if he's in like one of the
Somewhat
best
back to
spots
form.
possible, like if he win, I mean, it could be possible to win that division because the only competition is Philly.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe
Who
I don't
knows?
know.
Yeah.
They might even get a wild card. That'd be crazy. But that's my first winner. Who's your first loser?
My first loser this week was the Green Bay Packers.
That's fair. That's so fair. I
think-
would have literally just had Christian Watson alone from that drop he had. That was insane.
I think this Packers team got shell-shocked.
They also
on
did
Sunday.
last week in week 1 though. Remember when the Saints like ran it up on them last year?
Yeah, I mean, it could be the same situation, but
It could be,
it
yeah.
looked very different. Like,
The defense
this
looked
team
bad.
looked just defeated. Like, Aaron Rodgers was just dropping balls to receivers that couldn't catch.
Yeah.
He was leaving the field with his head down almost every time. Like,
I will say Aaron Rodgers is not helping his team out by being such a like I get like being blunt to your receivers, but you don't have to be a dick.
yeah,
Like when
he's not getting their confidence up at all by saying like, "Oh, you're gonna get dropped if you keep
Yeah,
like missing balls.
bro,
Like, you're just not going to play for me.
you're not a professional in this league if you can't make the professional things. It's like, why don't you like give them a chance, dude? It's week 1 of their NFL career.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with you.
I think that Adams hangover is just, it's a lot to handle.
It's wild seeing like Adams get 19 targets. I know it wasn't actually, but it felt like it. Like 19 targets and then still dominate, and Rodgers definitely struggle.
Yeah, like A.J. Dillon outperforming Aaron Jones is not a good thing for this team.
No.
It's not what this team
maybe
needs.
Like the future of the team.
Yeah, I guess. But like right now, they should definitely be establishing the run hard with Aaron Jones, and then letting A.J. Dillon come in and be a third down back and be a dual threat pass catcher and a running back while Aaron Jones is still healthy and young.
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
that's fair.
It's not a good thing. Like, I didn't see a lot of good things. Like, they lost to a division rival that they're normally used to dominating for a long time. Like, it's just a bad week. Like, it's a big loss for this team losing in week 1 like that.
Was it? It wasn't in Lambeau. It was in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that would have been really bad if it was in Lambeau. What
about you?
Broncos country. Let's ride. My first loser is not the Broncos. It's Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, yeah.
To be fair, Russell Wilson didn't have a bad game. He was like 350 yards and a tutty, but he went 0 for 3 in the red, or 1 for 4 in the red zone. He lost, and he was 100%. You're so right. He was 100% rattled in that game. He came out and
he came into a stadium that used to be home for him.
Yeah.
And the fans used to be that loud for him.
Yeah.
And came out and booed him like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay.
I mean,
this is real. I'm not a Seattle Seahawk anymore."
I think having Houston this week is great for them because they're going to be able to just bounce back easily.
Hopefully. But Houston didn't look too bad either.
Houston looked bad, but I feel like the reason if they had played Seattle, if they had played any other team, if they played Houston week 1 and then Seattle week 2. I think that because it was in Seattle, that's just why he got rocked. It's his old team, Yeah. But no, I mean, I think he's gonna bounce back. It'll be fine. I think this is gonna be one of the rare times we call Russell Wilson a loser. I mean, this is probably one of the best bets, one of the best times to bet for MVP because his odds have probably dropped because he was the favorite before the season started. So if you're confident in that, you can easily just put that bet down. But no, he's just a loser because I mean, how do you have all those weapons? Also, Nathaniel Hackett, what are you doing kicking a 64? How are you going to pay? Okay, I'm doing the same thing as Curtis Samuel and Carson Wentz. This is Russell Wilson / Nathaniel Hackett. How's it going to be? Okay. Hey, Nate. I'm calling you Nate on this, okay? How are you going to look at a 64-yard field goal and then look at your $250 million quarterback and then be like, 64-yard field goal.
64-yarder.
64-yarder.
McManus is 0-4
in his
at
career.
62 plus.
Yeah, but, We'll take the field goal. How are you going to do that? So both of you are, and I will say props to him for coming out and saying that was the wrong decision. I think most coaches wouldn't say that.
He would. Most coaches would have been like that. That was our game plan. We were playing to win.
Even he had to look at that and be like,
and just like the
oops.
I would call it unsportsmanship of calling those timeouts there at the end, wasting their timeouts when they're just trying to kneel the ball with 9 seconds left.
I was so confused what was happening.
Come on, dude.
That was
pack
weird.
your bags, go home, take the loss, let the team celebrate.
I think Denver's going to bounce back.
They should. Hopefully, they're a really good team on paper.
For my fantasy team's sake, for the love of God,
I own
all of them.
Really good team on paper.
They are great. They're probably up there in the top 5
But it might be one of those things that paper doesn't perform.
Yeah.
Paper does not perform.
Damn. Bars. Who's your second winner?
My second winner is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh, why?
Because of the naysayers and how much doubt they got this season of losing Tyreek Hill and the AFC West and how hard it was. People were saying they weren't going to be good. They weren't going to be able to compete anymore. Mm-hmm. And they came out and proved all of that wrong and said, Patrick Mahomes said, here's 5 touchdown passes on your head.
Yeah.
To a bunch of different receivers. Clyde caught 2. Yeah. Kelsey got 1.
Isaiah Pacheco even got kind of used.
Pacheco got used at the end.
Garbage, but.
I think they came out and proved again that they're that team and they're going to be in the playoff conversation and they're going to be at the top of those rankings again.
That's so hard though because they have 4 playoff teams in their division alone, and so it's just you can't, and all of them can't get in.
Chiefs will.
Yeah, only 3 of them can get in because that's. Oh no, I guess
I can tell you right now that if that Chiefs team keeps performing the way they did, they will make it in.
I mean, if they perform how they did in Week 1, they'll probably win the division. In my opinion,
Yeah.
You can't put up 41 points.
I think tomorrow will be a really good test. If tomorrow they can come out and look like the way they did against the Cardinals, which we all 3 said, why not the Cardinals? Why the Cardinals should be a pretty good team too.
I mean, I didn't say that against the Chiefs. I said the Cardinals for the year. I picked the Chiefs to win that game. Actually, that's the one spread.
I mean, I think we all did.
But you're saying
just
like as a team, yeah.
We all collectively up here were like, yeah, the Cardinals are probably a pretty good team.
Yeah.
And then they didn't look like it. Was it the Cardinals being bad, or did the Chiefs make them look like that? And we're going to find out. And if the Chiefs can make the Chargers look bad, then look out, NFL, because this team is going to
That's why I want
dominate.
J.C. Jackson to play, because then you get to see like how good they are and how good that defense is. So my second winner, I kind of like briefly mentioned them. They're no longer my dog shit category. That's the Chicago Bears. I think now it's hard.
Bears.
Bear down. It's hard to evaluate. Bear down. It's hard to evaluate that game because of how shitty the weather conditions were. So like
the field was flooding.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was bad. It was a problem.
I'm surprised nobody got hurt, but they had to play so conservative.
Very surprised that
they had to play so conservative.
But I mean so it's a hard game to evaluate because like the pass game wasn't there, the run game wasn't there. Like it was just such an ugly game. And so like if you're in fantasy and you're like worried about Cole Kmet or Darnell Mooney or
any of the 49ers players,
or like any of the 49ers
don't look
players,
at that game and be like, oh, that's going to be a normalcy.
Oh, Trey Lance
for
is
those
a bust already. Like there's no.
The field was like 4 inches underwater the entire
they just
time.
squeegee it.
Like,
no, shut. The light just died. That's such a bold thing.
Light's dead.
All right, I'm gonna put the camera solo on Zach while we fix the light. So keep talking about the Bears.
So I don't think that I don't think the performances from any of these teams should be taken super like literal throughout the year, just due to those weather conditions. But the Bears didn't look too bad, man. Like even with those weather conditions, there still should have been some sort of discrepancy on those rosters.
How good the San Fran defense is, and
That's
how bad
saying.
the Bears O-line is.
Yeah, like there should have been, even with the weather conditions and then playing basically walking underwater.
Yeah,
there should have still been that tier gap, and I didn't notice it very much.
Yeah, I almost made San Francisco the loser, but because of the field conditions and how they're probably going to bounce back, I can't make them a loser. But I think that it's really fair that like the Bears are definitely a winner because like just morale, chemistry, that's huge. That's huge for that team,
bro. And that slide across
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields pops up and just come on.
They're going to be a fun team. They can get together
if they can keep. That's what I'm like. Same with the Seahawks. The Seahawks and the Bears were both two teams that were like down low in our rankings. That if they could keep that high energy, that crowd feel going, they might have a chance.
Nah,
they might be better than what we say.
That's fair.
Chance is a bit of an over.
Who's your last loser?
My last loser is the 49ers.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, we're coming full circle. So,
yeah.
we don't have to touch on that because
I was waiting for you to say it. Yeah. But
fair.
That is my loser. They didn't look that discrepancy should have been there, and it wasn't. And that's scary. Even with if they can't stand out against teams while it's sunny outside in California, then they're not going to get too far.
Yeah.
Especially being how competitive this league is. They're in the NFC, but
they're in the AFC West equivalent of the NFC.
Yeah, it's going to be if they can't be a standout team. Standout teams non-standout teams aren't going to make it to the playoffs this year.
I still think non-standout teams could be we were talking about Washington. They could be a wild card. I don't think Washington's gonna be great. But
I guess the NFC is a bit different.
That's the thing. If they were in the AFC, I'd 100% agree. But no, I still think it's fair. Even though I didn't say that they were a loser, I still think it's fair to put them as a loser.
Yeah, especially just because they should have been better than the Bears, and they didn't look better than the Bears, and that's saying a lot for a team that a lot of people had as contenders in the NFC.
Yeah.
So,
my last loser. How are you gonna tie the Houston Texans, Indianapolis? How do you do that?
That's bad.
How Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman,
And
Paris
see
Campbell,
the thing with
O-line.
The thing with Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman, they did not have bad games.
Yeah, great games.
They performed.
Except my trade, Austin.
Yeah, they performed, but for what?
Well,
Like
it's just
how?
like-
Like there wasn't much.
How does Matt Ryan throw
Wasn't
350
much
touchdowns
going
or 350 yards and 1 touchdown? Like Houston's offense keeping up, I can maybe get, but their defense holding Indianapolis to 20 points. How do you? What is happening? Like
Yeah.
I am one of the rare believers in. I almost called him Kellogg's. Davis Mills, wrong cereal brand.
Homie almost called him David Kellogg.
I'm one of the few people that believes that Davis Mills is going to be the future of the Texans. In my opinion, he was the best rookie quarterback last year. I think he was the best quarterback in that class, performance-wise. But so I liked what he did. Brandon Cooks is awesome. Rex Burkhead somehow had a good game, and Damian Pierce is the future of that franchise. And they're also going to get what's his name back that unfortunately was diagnosed with cancer. He's going to miss his rookie year. But so they have a fun future. But their defense does it. There's no one there. There's no one there. And in my opinion. The Colts have one of the best defenses, especially after getting freaking Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
What happened? How do you when that game went to overtime? I was like, okay, well, that was cute that the Texans almost had their money. And also, I feel like were the Texans down 17-3 at one point too?
The game got super exciting towards the end. It got into overtime, and it was just snooze fest from there. Both offenses shut down. It just became a grudge match of.
Did you see they released Rodrigo Blankenship?
Yeah, that was tough.
Why did they I know he missed the field goal,
some team's gonna get a really good kicker off.
Well, did you see
at a really good price?
Did you see the Chiefs? Butker isn't playing tomorrow. Just bring him in. Just give him a Lego set.
It might be too late.
No shot, right?
I don't know. I don't know how the waivers
But
work,
no,
but I
agree
think
with you.
it'd be hard to get. It's Wednesday tonight.
Yeah. Oh, you
Like,
need to get him dressed.
you'd have
and
to get
everything.
him-
Yeah.
You'd have to get him signed to a contract, equipment made,
Yeah.
and everything in less than 24 hours.
I guess that's true. But
It's way too late
You're absolutely
now.
right. That someone's gonna get a good kicker because I think he's
Somebody's
going to
get a really good kicker at a really good price.
Yeah. But so yeah, Colts. What happened?
Sucked it up, didn't you?
Speaking of losers,
Yeah, we sucked it up too. Pittsburgh, come on. How do you take the ball away that many times and barely score?
it's only 5 times.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
So I actually sent a message to our fantasy chat today. I'm making a bet with myself and also for Zach. This isn't a bet with Zach. This is just for Zach. So Mitch came out today in his press conference and he was like, "We need to be more aggressive. We are not going to let up if we are up. How can we be up by 14 and then just let off the gas? So we're going to be more aggressive." In my last 5 years of being a Steelers fan, never hear people say
Yeah,
that. Everyone's always
nobody has said
always
that.
like, a lead is what's important, blah, blah, blah. And so Mitch says
Clock
that.
management.
Yeah.
Chew the clock, run the ball down.
Yeah.
And it always
We play-
leads to close games.
We play Steelers football. And so with hearing Mitch say that, all right, Mitch, if y'all actually
Prove it.
If you do it, I'll buy myself a Mitch jersey after this week. If you guys actually do that against the Patriots. If you guys do it 2 weeks in a row,
I get a jersey.
I'll buy Zach a jersey. You do it 3 weeks in a row,
JP gets a jersey.
A Mitch
He's
jersey.
like Oprah for Mitch jerseys.
Yeah.
He's wild.
just know. If they do it 4 weeks in a row, hey, Nick, you looking at me? You're getting a Mitch jersey. 5 weeks,
Connor.
Austin,
Connor.
you're getting a Mitch jersey.
Okay, you don't have the funds.
6 weeks? Not going to happen, so we're not going to get that far. but no.
Who was
that-
next?
yeah. Parker?
Barker.
No, but I just. How do you.
So loud. So loud.
We can see the mic levels, and it's just like this, and then just. No, but. Yeah, no. So give me your thoughts on the game because people literally saw me talk for 15 minutes on my channel.
It was so frustrating. I might send him some of my reactions of the field goals and stuff right at the end because I think they're hilarious. It was one of the most frustrating games I've watched
We're not even supposed to care. I'm not supposed to care. We're supposed to be bad.
high of we're actually taking the ball away from the Cincinnati Bengals right now, who have this superpower offense.
We're sacking Burrow 6 times.
We're doing good. Like, let's keep going, and then we get the ball on offense, and it's.
We're not even mentioning like the biggest loss for Steelers.
Yeah, we lost T.J. Watt for what, 8 weeks
Minimum. The defensive player of the year. And you know what?
That's such a hard loss. Like,
Do you
that's
know-
so bad.
You know how he wouldn't have gotten hurt? If the offense could keep the defense on the bench for a little bit. Because it literally happened in the fourth quarter after a 3-and-out drive again.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's just, this is reminding me so much of the year we went 8-8 with a Dent and Duck. Oh, gosh. Dent and Duck. Double D's.
The double D's.
But like because the defense was doing
Double
everything.
D's for Mitch, baby.
Oh, please. If you, no, I can't say that. Also, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna blurt it out. I'm gonna blurt it out in post.
Let's go.
If any of you can
Just
get
put
what,
the tweet. Just put the
if
tweet.
any of you can get what I said, then I'll Venmo you like $5 because I'm poor. But yeah, no, Pittsburgh was one of the poor. I am giving.
If he's poor, I'm way poor. He's giving money out like that. He's throwing $5 for something that we all talked about as a collective.
No,
like
but
most of the viewers know what we're talking about.
yeah, no, but
Wild man.
Pittsburgh was really frustrating to watch.
Yeah, no, like how do you?
Oh, and Najee got hurt too.
Najee got hurt. We're already banged up. Mitch, like, hopefully he can keep his word and get this team to be a little bit more aggressive. But we scored what, 3 points on offense?
We scored.
We scored 2.
23 to 20. It was 23 to 20. So we scored 2 field goals
from offense.
from offense. Yeah, and then overtime we scored the other field goal.
We took the ball away 6 times and we kicked 2 field goals.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, could you imagine what that would have been if we didn't have turnovers? It would have been a bloodbath, bro.
Yeah, if
How did freaking Burrow throw 4 or 5 interceptions and have a fumble and still be like fantasy relevant because of yards and touchdowns?
Also, just fun fact: Jamar Chase is just a god.
so good.
He's so good. But they also lost T. Higgins like in the first quarter, and still like we're fine.
Yeah.
So I will say, Pittsburgh fans,
Minka should have got. That was a
He got
really
deployed.
bad hit.
He got that flag?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest flag in my world.
No, like the one on T. Higgins.
Oh, that one.
That was very illegal.
Oh,
Like
I
I'll
thought
be non-biased Steelers
I don't
fan.
remember that one.
The hit that took out T. Higgins should have definitely been finable for sure.
Oh, I don't-
So I apologize to T. Higgins owners.
I didn't remember that. I thought you were talking about the one where he got flagged in the fourth quarter. And it was
No, that
that
was garbage. But
Oh, speaking of other losers, can we make like refs for week 1 the losers? Because they were so bad this week too.
Yeah.
But no,
refs we always say refs are bad all the time.
okay.
Refs. Hashtag refs love because everybody hates them.
I will say the reffing in the Monday night game was really good. They were actually really good in that game.
But Steelers fans, can you guys stop calling for Kenny? Like, I know you guys want to see him.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing?
It's
You're
gonna
just
drive
doing the
Mitch
Mason
out.
effect to
Yeah,
Mitch.
you're just gonna
We
drive-
signed him, and now you guys are like, nah.
Mitch does one thing bad. Also, you can't blame Mitch for the offense because Matt Canada doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Mitch didn't have that bad of a game.
No.
Do you think old Big Ben is going to roll out on that 3rd and 10 free play and then throw a dot to a Fryermuth on a free
Yeah,
play in the overtime?
no.
Like,
No, it's the reason we got him.
Yeah, no, Mitch played all right. Like that, I can't say he played good because I don't think he did.
Yeah,
Najee
100
didn't play good.
No.
Or
Najee played fine. Who didn't play good?
Yeah, our O-line didn't play good.
It's so
Our
bad.
O-line didn't play very good. But
How are we this bad?
you can't. You got to put some blame on Najee. Like you can't always say that
That's
he's
fair.
never.
Can I tell you? I got to tell
Like-
you something that I texted JP when I was watching the Broncos game because obviously Javonte Williams was taken right after Steelers or
Yeah.
after we took Najee, I texted JP and I said, "Please hold. Everything's fine. I'm not stalling. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just
You text him so much.
I said Javonte ending. I
could
text
find-
him. I text him so much.
I could find something from JP for like 3 months ago, and it'd be like right there.
Nah, I said Javonte ending up with a better career than Naj will haunt my dreams forever because I think Javonte is gonna end up like with such a good career, but Najee's gonna like either get hurt or just be wasted in Pittsburgh because our O-line.
Yeah.
And Najee has the talent. That's the sad thing.
And he's so lovable, man.
Love
like
him.
he's
Such a good guy.
such a good player just to be on your team. Like any team would be really happy to have Najee Harris on their team.
Yeah.
And it's gonna suck. Like if the Steelers suck with him, like it's, I don't know. I'm tired of the Steelers doing this to me, like just affecting my mental health so much.
Well,
like,
bro, week 1, I turned on the game and I was like, I don't even care what happens.
yeah,
We're not doing anything this year. And then the pick 6 happened, and I was like, nah. And we picked him off again, and I was like,
hey.
nah. And then like we picked him off again, and I was like, oh. And then I actually started caring about this team. I'm not supposed to care. I'm not supposed to care.
Yeah, no, I care and it hurts. This team hurts me.
If we make the playoffs, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die because I'll have heart palpitations because we shouldn't be there. Can we
I'm
just
so
be
tired. I'm so tired of this team being the team that you watch and they're either amazing or they're garbage. They make
they
it
play
to
the competition, which
yeah.
is so annoying.
They make it to the playoffs, get first round exited. We have a decent draft, and the cycle repeats. We aren't able to rebuild ever because we're not bad enough to get a good draft spot.
We're always like 50.
The first time I've ever seen us make a draft move was
Devin
to
Bush.
move up to Devin Bush.
He had a good game.
And he's playing all right, but like
I will give him credit. He had a good game. He was bad last year.
he's
though.
our only like top 10 draft pick in forever.
last 20 years,
and
I think.
he's not
He's not
all
playing like a
right,
top
but
10
like
draft
he's
pick,
not
yeah.
playing like a top 10 freaking draft pick,
No,
and
I
it's
agree.
so frustrating, man.
I don't want to talk about the Steelers anymore. They're so
I could just go on forever and ever.
I
and
could
ever.
too. But, I mean, this on like the timeline. This is gonna say obligatory Steelers talk because that's literally what it
always
is.
happens. It always happens.
All right, so we're gonna fast forward for our last little segment. I'll put a little chime here, but this is the theme. Wow, that was a transition into Zach's fantasy corner.
Oh hey,
So Zach, you want to pull up your sleeper team?
I do want to pull my.
And you want to talk some fantasy with me for the last little bit of the pod? So, speaking of, while Zach pulls up sleeper, hey Austin, thank you for accepting my trade. If you did accept it, okay. Now we're gonna act like he did accept my trade, okay? Hey Austin,
Boo.
boo!
Oh, boo,
You should accept my
Austin.
trade because Michael Pittman's garbage, and I'm really trying to help you out this year. Please accept my trade, Austin. Please, for the love of God. Anyways,
Okay,
one player that I don't understand.
what's up,
People are paying so much for this dude in Fab. Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson? Yeah,
Like, for instance, Jordan dropped 61 Fab on Jeff Wilson, 60% of his Fab for the year. Those who don't use
Max
Fab as
did
free
like
agent budget.
64 in keeper league.
Yeah. He's going to be like maybe 6 weeks. And also, literally, Shanahan came out. JP sent me this tweet kind of making fun of the guys that spent so much on him. Yeah, he came out and said, we'll go with the hot hand. They're going by committee. So it's like, why are you dropping 60
And
on him?
when have the 49ers not gone by committee?
been
Why
always.
does Jeff Wilson or why does Elijah Mitchell getting hurt like throw people into?
Because Elijah Mitchell
Jeff
wasn't like the
Wilson.
featured back in the game. He was used the most, but they still used it by committee.
Again, though, they were playing underwater. Jeff Wilson could be really, really good.
He could. They play
$61 out of your $100 budget in week 1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not really good.
I'll
He's
give you
not
some of that
good.
back, Max, if you give me a trade.
See, I spent 25 in
On?
week 1 on 3 players.
Who?
Devin Duvernay for Sky
Oh
Moore.
wait, you spent on all 3 of these guys?
Mhm.
Yeah, dropping Sky Moore was good.
Devin Duvernay for Sky Moore. I switched my Chargers players. I went Deontay Carter for Isaiah Spiller.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a $10
Curtis
fab.
Samuel for Russell Gage.
And then Curtis Samuel for Russell Gage for $5, and I outbid
JP.
who had $2 on him, and Hayden who didn't throw any money on him. So
yeah.
I'm really happy with my fantasy. I went in and got 3. I'm looking at his face now. I don't know what happened.
Austin dropped 17 on Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah. I don't think they really understand. Like they did this last year a bunch. I don't think they understand like the concept of what like this means. And they never I don't think they ever look.
They'll learn.
They'll learn, but
They'll
like
learn.
I thought $10 a lot cuz I thought Duvernay and Carter were going to like be heavy targets.
Yeah, that's fair.
But nobody else bid on them.
Yeah.
I could have got them for free. But then people bid on Curtis Samuel, who I spent the lowest amount of money on because I was like,
but you still want him. Well, it was just Japes.
yeah,
Hayden,
Hayden,
smart.
Yeah, Hayden.
But
didn't do anything,
I just saw that Carson Wentz was 17. That's insane.
What did sleeper look or what did keeper look like for waiver wire pickups this week?
Let's see. 41 for Jeff Wilson. Oh, this was wild. Austin dropped
Austin
23
loves-
on DJ Chark.
And
The
dropped
second
Robert
bet was
Wood.
$6, and then he dropped 13 on Jamal Williams. So bold.
Yeah, JP just thought he could pick up Jamal Williams for free. Austin said $13, baby. But yeah, no, you guys, you don't want to be blown. I'm talking to our viewers right now. You don't want to be blown through it like that because like eventually you'll run out. Like some of you guys have spent almost half of your fab
And it's
in
week
week
1. Yeah.
Like there's gonna be more weeks, and by week 6, if you keep this up, you're not gonna be able to pick up waiver wire guys anymore.
Unless you make a trade for
Yeah,
fab.
or you just stop bidding on them. But most of the time, during that late in the season, the people that were smart with it are going to throw bids on those guys because they know that if half their league doesn't have anything. But
Do you have any players you think are like sell lows or sell highs or buy lows?
I think ETN is a buy low right now.
That's fair. He had an off week.
He didn't. Yeah, he had an off.
Would you-
week, and I
okay,
think
would
could
you
get him
do-
in a PPR format
if-
for pretty cheap right
If
now?
someone offered, let's say you're the Cordell Patterson owner, would you offer Patterson for Etienne?
No, I think that's a really bad
You
trade.
think so?
I think. Well, I mean, it's hard to say because Cordell Patterson could be back to form,
That's
like
the
I kind
thing.
of hinted at.
I think that they
Like-
might be forcing him out. Like I think he's gonna be good for that first half of the season.
Yeah.
I hate talking fantasy on the podcast because people are gonna know my opinions, but it's fine. But I think that for the first half of the season, he's gonna be fine. I think come like week 9 though, they're gonna start putting in Tyler Algier. Also, what's his name? Damian Williams got hurt for them before the game started, so the pass catching was out of there. So I don't know. I think Etienne's kind of interesting because I think they're gonna pass him a lot. I
Yeah,
don't think he's
I
gonna be
think-
the runner though.
Yeah, but this team looks like they're going to be playing down a lot, so they might be passing.
What do you think about CD?
I think you, as a CD owner, you keep him for the week that he has Danucci. Oh, well, it's hard. I guess it's hard because if he stinks it up again, nobody's going to want him.
Exactly. But I will say last time
again,
Danucci,
like he's the guy in Dallas.
last time Danucci played, he targeted him 11 times.
Yeah, so like he's the guy in Dallas, and backups tend to favor the number one guy just because it's that confidence and it's what they want to go to. You know what I mean? So, but again, he could be really bad. Like all the Cowboys players could be really bad for the rest of the year. Dalton Schultz, Zeke, Pollard, CeeDee.
That's
another
really
one
it.
I'm forgetting.
Gallup.
Like these guys could realistically all be done performing until week 6 when Dak gets back, and that's kind of when they say when Dak's gonna be back is
If
like
he
week
is.
6.
Hey,
But
Cowboys.
then again, you should having CeeDee Lamb. You should hold on to him to at least week 6. Past week 6, if Dak's not back and not healthy, you're kind of holding out for a player that, like at that point, past week 6, you should be kind of playing to win a little bit more. You need to be looking into the playoffs at that point, and if you're not playing to win, and you're not going to be successful.
I mean, Cowboys need a quarterback, and Mason Rudolph is just sitting on the bench. Mason Rudolph for Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons,
Who
yeah, I'll
says-
take
who
Michael
says no?
Parsons.
Who says no? You guys need a quarterback?
Jordan would do it.
Jordan would.
take
Jordan
it.
would. Jordan would do that.
He's like, I need a quarterback. I don't really need a middle linebacker.
Yeah, nah, we're good.
Get rid of him.
Okay, do you think, because they're like saying, I guess this kind of transitions us out of Zach's fantasy corner. Here's the outro. Oh, do you just looking at your face? Do you think this is probably the last thing we talk about? Do you think? So obviously, Cowboys. How many times did I just say? Do you think?
Do you think? Do you think?
The Cowboys, obviously, Dak's going to be out for at least 5 weeks. I think it's going to be longer.
Probably longer.
Do you think they should trade for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Ooh, I hadn't even. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think if they have, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Well, this Jimmy Garoppolo's already signed to a contract. Does
Yeah,
he,
but he took-
Does he have a no trade clause? In
No,
the
but he
contract
readjusted his contract. Remember, and they like lowered his cap hit, so they possibly could trade him. So like, just trade him.
Yeah, but who do the 49ers take out of
A
like
third round pick, a
picks?
4th round pick. Yeah, I also think speaking of the Niners, I think the Niners should trade for Kareem Hunt with Elijah Mitchell being out. Get like an actual guy.
Kareem Hunt goes to like any other team right now, he's a like,
Number one
top
bet.
10 fantasy.
Just in the
running
NFL,
back.
in my
Yeah.
opinion. Damn.
Kareem Hunt was so good in Kansas City
He
that
was
first
so
year.
Good.
So good.
I mean, Kansas City does need a kicker.
no God. Somebody said they need a kicker.
Dang. Well, NFL Week 2 starts tomorrow for us, yesterday for you guys. And I'm looking forward to it. We actually watched opening week, me, him, and Japes. We watched the game. It wasn't really watch. It was just
Yeah,
like...
I had a bet on.
This was so sad.
It
This was so
what?
sad.
It was Cooper.
He got targeted at the last play.
Yeah, so it was Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown, Allen Robinson anytime touchdown, and Bills win.
Two of
yeah.
those happened.
Two of them did, and then Allen Robinson just didn't get looked at.
Except
from
for the-
Stafford one bit, and then the last play of the game throws a bomb into the touchdown, and just Allen Robinson couldn't come up with it. But
Just Zach was literally standing there. George Pickens. Oh, light went out.
I think it's a
That's
it's
a
a good
sign.
time
Yeah,
to
we
just
got to wrap it up.
the lights out. We're out.
First official pod, which is the two of us. Let's go.
Could be more of them. I think it went really well. Actually, I don't
I think
think
so
there
too.
was too many.
Nah.
We're the boys.
The boys.
We're gonna be just fine.
So-
How are you, bro? You're so much louder than me all the time. Like I'm yelling, and you're just like
Just know,
cracked.
just know that I trained with film for like 4 years.
I was the lead in my school play.
What's play?
I was I was Benedict.
Ooh. Oh, and much ado about nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. I see you.
Sixth
Respect.
grade, baby. Actor.
Respect.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You'll see. You saw the cold open. I'm an actor, baby.
That wasn't acting. That was real.
And on that note,
Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast. Make sure to check us out on Spotify. We're also on TikTok. Make
Check
sure to
us
check
out
out
on
the machine
TikTok.
as well.
Yeah.
And we're on any other podcasting platform you guys need. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anything like that. Anyways. Deuces.
Deuces.
Later, guys.
Bye.